Perfect. So we are now officially live streaming and recording. I just want to take a moment to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for being here with us all. Welcome to the IWD 2024 Global Demo Day Finals. The day everyone has been waiting for is finally upon us, and we could not be more excited. My name is Jess, and it is an absolute pleasure to see so many of you with us here today. And I personally am very excited to see all of your projects once more, and I'm sure the judges are just as excited. Today, as we come together to commemorate not only International Women's Day, but also International Girls in ICT Day, we are igniting a powerful movement of innovation, collaboration, and empowerment. This hackathon has not only been about coding or building tech solutions, but it has been about breaking barriers, fostering inclusivity, and paving the way for a more diverse and equitable future within the tech space. I would like to extend a heartfelt welcome and thank you for being here to our participants, local ambassadors, mentors, and judges, and to everyone else who is joining us from far and wide across the world. Thank you for being here. I'm thrilled to introduce our host for today's project showcase, Elena Sanel, the CEO and founder of Teens in AI. Elena's passion for empowering young minds and bridging the gap within AI education and within the tech space has made her a true trailblazer within the tech community. So without further delay, let's give a warm virtual round of applause as we welcome Elena to the stage. Elena, thank you so much for being here and welcome.
Thank you so much for welcoming. It's always amazing to be the host of the finale. Obviously, I have been observing as like a silent observer of everything that has been happening in so many locations. Just for those who are joining and didn't know what has been happening, we've had 51 techathons taking place in more than 40 locations around the world, with 141 ambassadors, local ambassadors, organizing this incredible effort. So we're very grateful to everyone who joined us on this journey this year. It's not an easy one. It's not just a 1-hour webinar or just a short workshop. You've all worked super hard. And to organize a 2-day techathon, well, I have done this since 2014, and I know how much effort it takes. And the first time when I organized this, just because I wanted to inspire my own daughter into tech, I thought, my goodness, I will never ever do this again, because it just takes so much out of you, and really takes a lot of effort to try and find the right ecosystems, the right stakeholders to support you, the mentors in your local communities and whatnot. So I'm really delighted that we've come this far. It all started back in September, October. Some of you have joined as early as November, December, and of course, we've seen so many techathons happen around the world. So if you haven't been joining or following our channels, you will probably still see some of the amazing stories and things and happenings around the world, from Thailand to Ankara and Istanbul and Romania and Bulgaria and so many countries. So obviously it takes a lot of effort to judge all submissions, and we are very grateful that we've had so many incredible judges from lots of companies to help us. And we have quite a few slides just for us to show just the amount of people who have had to spare their time and look at every single project, and every submission has been seen by at least 4 or 5 judges. From different companies and also based in different parts of the world. So we're very grateful if you are joining us live. We wanted to acknowledge you and thank you for all of your support in judging our submissions from so many different parts of the world. And I also wanted to share this trailer that we have prepared, because obviously videos and pictures, they speak louder than words. And I cannot possibly describe the amount of incredible events that have been happening around the world. And I'm hoping that this very short trailer will give you just a little glimpse as to what has been happening. think we're being failed by technology.
Hi everyone, I'm Aaron Harris, Chief Technology Officer at Sage. If you're not familiar with Sage, we're the leader in accounting, financial, HR, and payroll tech for small and mid-sized businesses. And we're a proud partner to Teens in AI. We're passionate about creating opportunities for everyone to explore and access careers in tech and AI. I'm so excited to welcome you to the Teens in AI Techathon, hosted in celebration of International Women's Day.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jess, for sharing this video. So as always, we have a slight lag. Apologies for that. Happens all the time. We assume that technology wouldn't fail us, but it happens. So however, we are obviously incredibly excited to welcome the top finalists. So congratulations to all teams who participated, and very especially to the ones who have joined us today live. Before we hear your pitches, of course, we would like to welcome the judges. We have the most prolific judges joining us. I'm not sure whether Irene has managed to join. I know she was flying from Barcelona to Madrid, but
I'm here.
You're here. Amazing. Well done. You made it. I was trying to buy you some time. Well done, Irene. Amazing. So we have all judges on the call, which is absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to invite every single judge to say hi to us, introduce yourselves, and tell us what you're looking for. And I know some of the judges here have already done this for us. Roberto, you are our pro. You have been here before. So maybe we'll start with Roberto, and then we'll move on to other judges. Roberto, kick us off.
Hello, and thank you for having me here. Roberto Maranca. I'm the Energy Management BU Data Officer for Schneider Electric, so big French company, and I'm here because I'm passionate about data, and of course AI data is actually one goes well hand in hand with the other. And for today, I'm sure I'm going to be blown away by the exercise and the fantastic things you've done. And with that, I'll just pass it to the next judge.
Amazing. Magdalene, would you like to go next? You're the next one on my side.
Perfect. Hi, everyone. I'm Magda. It's Magdalene, but everyone calls me Magda. I'm a senior manager in data in AI, and I'm excited to be here, extremely excited, because I'm so passionate about kids and the need to change the narrative for the next generation. So I think for everyone that has made it this far, and even those who couldn't, just see that you've already been, like, you've won, you've done so much. And I can't wait to see your passion coming through in what you've done already, which is already a big testimony of the great future you have ahead. So really excited for what is ahead.
Amazing. And Gustavo, welcome.
Hello, thank you so much, and welcome to you all. I'm Chief Information Security Officer at Sage. I'm really coming here with an open mind. I cannot wait to just see what's you were able to come up with, and all the inspiration that you can drive for the perhaps younger generation. I have 2 daughters, and they all love technology, and they are younger than all of you. And I'm pretty sure that they'll feel super inspired by just seeing like the solutions and the problem-solving skills of the girls that probably would inspire them and everyone else. But well, good luck to everybody, and cannot wait to see what we're able to accomplish.
Amazing. And Karl, I know you will also be doing a closing keynote today, and you've been here on the call for a while. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Elena, and hi everybody. Delighted to be here. And yeah, I run a company called Tiger Cloud, which is Europe's largest and cleanest provider of generative AI cloud technology. So we have partnerships with the likes of NVIDIA, and we put their infrastructure in various clean energy data centers across Europe. So and we believe in about democratizing access to that compute power. So it's not, you know, the custodians like Meta, Tesla, Google, Microsoft, you know, they need to share the compute with the rest of the world. And part of our mission is to do that, including startups, and also maybe some of the projects that we see being presented today can get access to the compute power that you probably need to build out your large language models. But I guess what I'm looking for today is you've all achieved so much to get this far. So you've got great ideas. You've obviously done great presentations. So I know you're probably all adrenaline's pumping and you're itching to get to the presentation stage. I would say have fun with it. Go with it. Enjoy it. Soak up the experience, and best of luck to everyone.
Amazing. And last but not least, Irene, welcome.
Hello. Thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm in Barcelona airport, so I hope the connection stays and there is not too much noise around me. And my battery lost. I'm here because I'm really passionate about people and about the next economy that we are building together. I'm here to see, you know, how your solutions are embedding the values of impact and building better societies using these technologies. I'm really keen to hear everybody, and yeah, have fun, and yeah, let's do it.
Amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you to the judges for joining us. So onto the judging criteria. Obviously, you will all know what you're going to be judged on, but just to repeat very briefly, so innovation and creativity, we really value and appreciate when we try to solve problems creatively and innovatively. The second criteria, problem solving. Obviously, we are here to solve problems with technology. So gone are the days when we would just learn to code for the sake of coding, but it's very important to put those skills to test and actually use them to solve a real problem. Social impact, of course, this is a AI for Good techathon. So every single program we run is within the AI for Good scheme of play. And of course, we are solving real problems, and it's United Nations Sustainable Development Goals that we tackle every year. And this year we have been tackling education, health and well-being, and gender diversity, gender equality. That design and technical complexity, we are definitely, you're being judged on the complexity of your project. We definitely need to see some solution. It's not just a presentation, but some of our judges are quite technical, so they may want to go into your GitHub and check your code just to see how you've developed your project, even if you built it without any code. And of course, last but not least, a very important one to consider is ethical considerations, something we're all really passionate about at Teens and AI, and I know the judges would also appreciate it if you could explain to us what could potentially go wrong, how would you solve those issues, and what would you do to prevent something going wrong. So of course, depending on the projects, it will really apply to what exactly you're trying to solve and how. So good luck to all of you. We are ready, I think, to hear the pitches. And of course, before we hear the pitches, not that I expect you all to only participate for these prizes, but we have some amazing prizes on offer today. This year, we're being sponsored by Sage as Platinum Partner. And the winning team are coming away with tablets. I think the runner-ups have got Raspberry Pis, and of course we have some free courses that we're offering, and various experiences actually happen to come our way throughout the years. So we've seen the winning teams or runners-up also go to present in conferences and really pitch in a similar sort of program like ours, but competing alongside adults, competing alongside other projects around the world. So we've just seen a team go to COP28. A team traveled all the way from North Africa all the way to Dubai to present the amazing project in climate change. So really a lot of great things happen to those who participate in competitions like this. And of course, we have seen so many of you go on to study in the best universities around the world. And experiences like this, when you can show that you've done something amazing at your young age, it really does help you to get to that next stage, wherever you may be, whether it's university or apprenticeship or internship or anything else. So on that note, we are, I believe, ready to start the demo day pitches. And I'm going to pass it over back to Jess to start introducing and welcoming the teams. I think the first team joining us is from Turkey, from Ankara, Tekim 2. So if you guys are ready, we are definitely ready to listen to your pitch.
Perfect. So drum roll, please, as we welcome team Tekim 2, who are online with us, and they are very ready. So just for everyone's reference, we'll be sharing their pitch, which is usually around 3 minutes long, and then our judges will have an opportunity.
Oh, it seems your sound has disappeared, Jess.
We can't hear you, Jess, but I think we know what's happening next. Team Tekim, we will be showing your pitch, and then we will have a Q&A with the judges. Jess, just want to check your connection.
Okay. And before we do that, if you don't mind, we just quickly want to refresh the deck so that it plays properly. Okay.
Apologies for that. My cat
There we
pulled
go.
the cord out of my laptop.
That happens too. We forgive the cat. All right.
A bit like my dog ate my homework.
Okay.
Hello everyone, I am Mesut Koçer from Turkey. Social media is prevalent in many areas today and influences our thoughts, guiding us. For instance, when we watch positive content on social media platforms like Instagram, it affects us positively, while exposure to negative content continues to present negative videos, dragging us into a filtered bubble. Our youth are the ones most affected by the situation, because our youth are individuals whose mental health is developing. In our persona, we focused on the character of Sinem, a depressive character. Sinem is one of us. Sinem could be your friend, your niece, or even your child. So, I ask you, would you want the character of your child to be negatively influenced by ideas imposed on them through social media, such as inequality, discrimination, and pessimism? And this is where our AI comes into play. Within our framework, we utilize the option to download publicly available videos from social media while following ethical values. We conduct sentiment analysis by collecting audio-visual data from the content our users watch. By assessing a score to the data between -1 and +1, we determine how the user's emotional state might be affected. Our user gains awareness by seeing their emotional state concretely. Many problems that remain abstract in our lives might be overlooked and as a result emerge as bigger problems in the future. Our AI aims to prevent this. Indeed, we often yearn for someone to understand us, to notice us. Assuming the role of a consultant, our AI understands and helps the user. Now we have a video about our prototype. Let's watch it. We adapted our prototype, which previously was a Chrome extension, to mobile for ease of use. It takes videos according to the data it receives from the video, as you can see on the right. According to the tech assessing by our AI, a notification goes to our user from Telegram. Let's talk about AI ethics. Actually, we liken AI ethics to a puzzle. Privacy, transparency, responsibility, fairness are integral part of this puzzle. If one of these four puzzle pieces that our AI embodies is missing, integrity is compromised. Remember, on social media, you manage it, not the other way around. Thank you for listening to me.
Amazing. Well done, Team Takim. Great. I now hand over to our judges for any Q&A that you may have for the team.
Hi, Gustavo here. What was your source of inspiration for this? So did you have a friend that suffered some sort of issues because of social media? But what was the driving force behind who came up with the idea? And if you could explain a little bit of the rationale, but it's a lovely concept. Well done, team.
Actually, as I said in our presentation, social media is present in all aspects of our lives today. All of us using social media. Maybe you all are using social media. So in that situation, the inspiration comes from the dangers of the danger sides of the social media to us.
Hi, it's Roberto. I mean, you're touching on something quite dear to my heart. I mean, the ethics and how because ethics is quite a slippery slope sometimes, right? Because ethics is subjective. So how tough were the conversations inside the group on deciding what to tag, how to tag, and I mean, how do you come up with something that you could agree? Because in our businesses, actually, I always say that the key is in the questions and not always in the answers. But I was wondering with the dynamic internally in the group, how tough it's been for you to agree on things around ethics. Maybe it was a tough one. Sorry, I know that you're having a conversation on that now, right?
Yes, we are doing. Could you rephrase the question? Because there's something little problems in your voice, and we couldn't hear you well.
Okay. Well, look, I'll simplify it. So the framework you came up with, I mean, I don't know if you took it from somewhere, but it's usually trying to understand how you come up with things in ethics is going through a conversation. I was just wondering how much of a tough conversation we're having in the group to agree on things. But don't worry if you're all in agreement, it's fine. Don't worry. Maybe I should ask something about more technical stuff. You can say pass. Don't worry.
Maybe we should move on to another question. I really
yes,
have a question whilst they're thinking about very complicated Roberto's question.
So I can try to explain it, I guess. We didn't have much problem in our group, but yeah, one of the problems, I guess, was the fact that we were storing user credentials in our project, well, in our demo. So that's the only thing that we couldn't agree on. I personally didn't want to store the credentials, and some of my friends want to store them. So that was the only problem that we had.
Okay, fantastic. That was data ethics in action. Basically, you had the conversation. That's great.
May I ask a question? And thanks, great concept. The age bracket that you've picked, actually, I have 4 daughters, all fit within that age bracket. So some towards the top end, so they're in their early 20s now. But I was going to ask a question more on the tech side about your choice of social media platforms. You use Telegram as an example. And that may be a heavy usage in Turkey. Have you considered other social platforms?
I can also try to answer that. So we were initially planning to make a project that was integrated into the target social platform. So we wanted to receive the notifications from Instagram itself, but this wasn't really possible. So we had to come up with a secondary application that we can receive notifications from. So we chose Telegram. I mean, we of course could choose something else, but it was easier than the most.
Sure. Yeah, got it. Thank you. Yeah, obviously the security, settings, isn't there, in different platforms, so you've got to get around them. So Telegram being slightly open allows you to do that. Thanks.
What type of feedback did you get? I mean, did you give to the users, and how often did you give the feedback to them?
We couldn't hear you well. Could you rephrase that?
Sorry, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. What type of feedback did you give to the people using your solution? And how often did you provide that feedback? So what sort of information they get?
So we try to give them some psychological advice, like you would get from a consultant. We also try to motivate our users, but that's what we are doing, basically.
Magdalene, do you want to ask a question, Magda?
Yes,
We'll
I think to start with, this is amazing. I have a nearly 12-year-old, and I just see how when they get to a point where they've binged too much on the wrong content on social media, it affects their morale. And when they are happy, it's coming again from social media. And sometimes you need to take the phone away from them because they can't really control what they are absorbing. I think this is wonderful. AI is here to stay. So what you're doing now is addressing a problem that we're going to see more of, which is going to impact the future. So fantastic idea. I had one question. How easily do you foresee someone like you wanting to use your tool? Because I'm thinking of a teenager who really loves to watch all the silly stuff and all the good stuff. And you're saying, actually, I want to help you filter out the bad ones. How easily do you see people wanting to use, people your age and the young ones wanting to use it? How can you actually motivate them is the question.
So we did a survey on the local competition. So we asked some questions regarding the topic you have mentioned, and our peers usually responded positively. They wanted to use that, but I mean, this may be a little bit skewed, but I also would use it, and I know some of my friends that would use it. I mean, we could motivate them like by pointing out how social media affects their lives and their mental states. I mean, I hope I could answer your question.
I absolutely love that, because I think it's the getting them to see the value, right, for their well-being. And thank you. That's really wonderful.
All right. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Team Takim 2. That was incredible, and well done to you all for your efforts. We're very proud of you. Now, moving on to our next team, we are going to be looking at Team September G all the way from Kazakhstan. So let's get ready for Team September G.
Demio is an innovative home system that helps people facing hearing problems. We made the research with local deaf organizations and we found out that 1 in 7 deaf people do not get notified about fire alarms. And based on our conducted research, 75% of 43 people interested in our device. And also our biology teacher in our school was the one who inspired us because she's struggling to manage household problems as a deaf individual.
So our solution to make a home device that will constantly classify sounds in the home and notify our clients through the Telegram bot.
As we can see here, the will cost approximately $40, and here you can see some other details about it, and it is also business to customer. Thanks for the special web platform.
So let's our prototype video.
So and now I want to illustrate the work of our device Demio, and now you can see that the code is not working because we need to put the command start, and just in the moment when we put the command start, it starts working. So let's just test our device, and when we know something, we receive the message that someone at your door. Let's check it in the more and wider distance. And as you can see here, we receive some messages, and in the bot too.
As you can see here, we use the language Python to write our code, and also such libraries as Telebot to connect it with the bot in Telegram. And also we use such frameworks as MediaPipe and TensorFlow Lite. So next you can observe our code. Bucket code, we use different functions, imports, and libraries.
So when it comes to AI ethics, we used sources from open through the internet to train our AI. And when it comes to fairness, it's totally fair because there is no bias since it purely relies on common sounds. And to be totally transparent, we will provide instructions and guidelines, also the terms and policies on our official website. And we also will make agreement with our customers to protect their personal information. And we know that we carry our responsibility, and that's why we'll constantly train to upgrade phone noise file, to train AI to avoid false negative and false positive results. And we'll also ensure data safety. When it comes to privacy, we'll have some dangers, for example, possible data leakage and personal information might be stolen by third parties. But since we use teachable machines and TensorFlow Lite, and they are made by Google, we think that it'll be totally safe, but also we will take some additional safety measurements as providing extra protection.
Demio is an innovative home system that helps people facing hearing problems.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Team September G. I now hand over to the judges for any Q&A.
May I go first on this one? Amazing idea, and also great to see you actually seeing it in action in real life. So I have a question which you showed something which hasn't been seen on some of the entries I've seen up to this point, and also on the previous one, and that was costing. You managed to put some pricing together. How did you go about that exercise? Was that a challenge to you to get the costing in place, or was it straightforward?
So good afternoon to you judges and other participants, and I would like to answer your question. And I was the one who managed the price of our project, and while analyzing all the prices of Raspberry Pi in so many countries as China, USA, and also in Kazakhstan, so we come up with the decision that in China there was actually the cheapest price for the Raspberry Pi if we buy it on stock. And therefore, we just looked up through so many websites, for example, as Alibaba or Amazon, and also the official site of the Raspberry Pi, and comparing the prices of the device, especially the third version of Raspberry Pi, and we find out that in China we have the cheapest price, and also we added some $5 for some additional expenditures as microphone and also maybe a charger for the Raspberry Pi. And also we decided to add additional $10 to delivery to some countries or maybe to some cities in our country. And then we made a decision that the starting price of the project will be $40. With an additional $10, it will cost $50.
That's very good, thank you. I mean, it's an affordable device, so hopefully you got the beginnings of a good business there.
Hi, I have a quick question around the choice of technology. I understand that you decided to go the Raspberry Pi route. Was there any debate in the team to try and use other devices, such as like mobile devices that users may have, or other technology that could already be in the possession of the user, as opposed to having to buy an additional device? So if there have been any debates, what was the conclusion? What was the thought process behind the Raspberry Pi?
So actually, at the very starting point, we were thinking about the using of Arduino, but when we saw the code was really huge, and the storage it takes was also really huge, and therefore we decided to choose a Raspberry Pi because basically it has like more functionality, and also in the future we have a great chance to develop our project and add some new functions. For example, adding a camera to know is it a real baby crying or not. That's simple. And also we can develop our project by making the whole home system, maybe the safety system, not only for deaf people, but also for other ordinary people without any health problems.
Thank you so much. Fascinating. And if I understood correctly, you went for flexibility so that you can develop your project further using other interfaces available to you. So thank you. Very clear answer.
Any other questions from the judges?
No, actually, I was ongoing there as well. I was wondering if, but Aisha already confirmed that they're thinking about integration with some domotics, right? So because it makes some sense. There's a lot of sense. This is such a neat thing to unleash in your house and helping you and basically expand the senses of people that are having some impairments. It's just fantastic. Well done.
I think you guys did amazing. I love everything that you've just shared. You might have mentioned this already, but it's a question. In terms of privacy, how much of my children's gossip in their room will I be able to hear?
So basically, we have our own library where there are actually sounds that we have already recorded, and maybe unfortunately for you, you cannot receive the gossips of your children because it's like a special device for like understanding the special sounds that we have already recorded in our library. So that's all.
But so there is no recording. There is no recording of what has been said. The system doesn't record. It just detects, right? Mm-hmm. There is no storage.
Yes,
correct?
It detects. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
Incredible. Well done, Team September G. For the sake of time, I think perhaps best if we move forward, but well done. Really, really proud of you all. Great. So next up, our team Dermavision, all the way from Thailand. And the team's name is High Technology Army. Welcome, High Technology Army. Looking forward to seeing your project.
Have you ever had a skin rash or another skin condition and had absolutely no idea what it was? Well, luckily for many people, we could get the condition checked out by a healthcare professional. However, for over 4.5 billion people living on our shared planet today, they can't due to a lack of universal healthcare coverage. Hence, we have designed a prototype solution aimed to bridge the gap and ease access to healthcare information called DermaVision.
Many marginalized communities, especially in rural areas, are faced with numerous challenges. Some are listed here, which is why we have chosen to design a solution for this problem. We have emphasized with our target audience, people living in rural areas, especially those who have high exposure to outdoor elements and lack access to adequate healthcare.
We believe that there is no one-size-fits-all solution for this type of problem. So we have designed two types of solution: the SMS solution for areas with limited cellular signals and the application solution for areas with access to better connection services. So this is the server topology and the wireframe for our chatbot messaging service. The chatbot will respond in the language that the user inputs.
So this is the medium fidelity prototype of design. The user will agree to the user agreement and take a picture of their skin condition. Next, the user can enter additional health information to aid the AI in making decisions. Here is a part of the backend code on the right. We also use Figma to create a simulated app prototype. So here's the photo taking, and you can skip immediately to results if you wish, and there will be a disclaimer, and the AI will give possible causes from most to least probable, and you can click in for more detailed information.
This is the flowchart we will use to train up the AI for both the application and SMS-based solutions. One of the most important aspects of an AI-based healthcare screening application is the ethics. To ensure fairness and the mitigation of training biases, we will source image samples from healthcare professionals of skin conditions of all ethnicities and skin textures to ensure diversity. Next, to ensure data privacy, all user-collected data will not be shared and will be protected under the nation's Data Protection Acts. Most importantly, we will place a large, clear disclaimer that the health screening application is not a substitution for a healthcare professional. And if a user has any additional concerns or symptoms persist, they should seek professional care if possible.
These are the prototyping resources we use during the iterative design process. We are a high technology army and would like to thank our mentors for their support and the judges for your attention today. Thank you.
Incredible, well done. I now hand over to the judges for any Q&A.
Can I start asking? Sorry, Irene, you go first.
No, you go, Roberto.
So I was asking, what has been the performance of your app? So I mean, have you any idea what is going to be the results you got from it in terms of predictability or matches?
Well, firstly, the app that we developed currently is just a prototype version. So
okay.
So the application is currently still in development, really. But what we're essentially expecting is that if we're able to get a large enough, enough image samples, we will hopefully be able to make an AI that is accurate enough to detect matches, and essentially we will ensure that we can check the AI over time. For example, through healthcare providers, we will collaborate with them, and we can continuously try to improve the AI in the future. But currently, the current version that we are showing is just a prototype. We do not have a completely finished program yet.
Okay, good, thanks.
Yes, my question is, you mentioned that there's going to be consultation with medical health professionals. So that's human in the loop somehow. Are you planning to have actual doctors engage with the app, giving the okay to the information that you gather? Thank you.
So yes, we are planning to collaborate with
hospitals and dermatologists specializing in certain areas of skin diseases and skin conditions to kind of train our AI better and for it to be more accurate.
I've got Gustavo, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, well, I think that's a very, very interesting concept. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. I don't know if I missed it, but have you been able to think on the feedback loop of AI, whether like the false positive rates, or like have you thought that through in a way that you'd have perhaps a little bit of confirmation loop somewhere? And also, but I don't know if I missed it, but are you looking at taking multiple pictures over time so that you can identify any potential progression of the skin disease? And I'm only asking because I'm aware that some of those concerns may be related to carcinoma growing, and the speed and rates of growth can be a big factor in that consider. So I just don't know if you have thought that far yet in these concepts, and what were the conclusions that you reached?
So essentially, for the actual image processing system itself, so essentially, like as we showed in like the flowchart. Sorry, I might have the slide might have not been on for a long time, so it might have not been super clear. But essentially, what happened is that after the initial model is trained, over time, when, for example, the users they take images, for example, and for example, they get a health check by, in addition to getting healthcare professionals to essentially check the working of the AI every once in a while. Over time, these images can be collated together, verified again, and then fed back into the training model to allow the program to develop a stronger model, which can hopefully provide more accurate results. And in the case of taking multiple images to essentially track progression, for example, that the AI was designed in order to make it essentially as simple as possible. So it's just like try to take just one image at a time. So possibly if tracking progression, the user will have to see for themselves. And as we like stated in the slides before, if they have any additional concerns, they can then go see like a qualified healthcare professional. Thank you.
And as my peer said, I just wanted to add on a little bit. We'll also have a health form for in addition to the picture. So if you want immediate results, they might not be as accurate, but if you fill in the health form and just check in the boxes of like the size of your skin condition, if there's any discomfort, and if there's any other symptoms that are showing, then it will produce a more accurate result.
Got it. Thank you so much, and well done.
I love the creativity. It's wonderful. So a big well done for that. I think that will go a long way to even help not just the healthcare professionals, but individuals who sometimes want to, track the progress or kind of ascertain certain health conditions in their houses before they decide if it's serious or if they need to expose themselves externally to other people. That could be really useful. So I think that's really great. I don't have any questions because you did a good job of showing the work you've done in the background. So well done.
Amazing. Moving on to the next team. Oh, Karl, you have a question? Go for it.
Sorry, yeah, I'm conscious of time because this may open up a big answer. I just want a quick question around obviously the accuracy of the output that is all dependent upon the data modeling that's done in advance. So the model that you train. Have you been able to find any multimodal models out there around the medical profession that you can get access to, or are you in the mindset that you have to train your own model?
We believe that we have to train our own model. However, we'll be making sure that the model is as accurate as possible. We'll be using AI validation techniques such as K-fold cross validation to make sure that there are no negative consequences of false positives or false negatives, etc.
Okay, thank you. That was it. Conscious time, Elena. So thank you. It was a great job.
Great. Let's move on to the next one.
Great. So next up, the team with the coolest headphones who are on the call today. I am going to hand over to Team PL of KPI, Igor Sikorsky, all the way from Ukraine. So without further ado, let's allow that a second to load. Great. Connectability.
Hello, we are the team of PL of KPI, Igor Sikorsky, the developers of the Connectability project, the topic of which is quality education and its #1 problem. There are 2 million people with hearing impairments in Ukraine. About 400,000 Ukrainians in the world use sign language. According to WHO estimates, about 5% of the world's population has a hearing impairment. However, this percentage may be underestimated. 40% of deaf people avoid the need to read and write. We interviewed a student of the Drahomanov University Faculty of Correctional Pedagogy, whose parents are deaf, and her mother, to understand more about the life of people with hearing impairments and the problems they face in their lives. People with hearing impairments face situations where they have to communicate with people who do not have such impairments. When communicating, both parties create signs to understand each other or write fragments of conversations in the phone, which takes a lot of time. Also, people with hearing impairments usually have to go with their own interpreter. For example, a visit to the doctor can be a challenge. The process of teaching children sign language is a long one.
We decided to develop the Connectability app whose potential users are a person with hearing impairment who has to communicate with people who don't have such impairments, and a child who is starting to learn sign language. We have created a prototype application that you can see on the screen. Our app helps to learn sign language, and it also uses a neural network to translate gestures made by a deaf person. There are similar solutions in the world, but our development is free and includes several features.
We made several videos that became the basis of our database. As a result, we got an artificial intelligence that can recognize letters of the alphabet and individual expressions. The media pipes detects key points on a person's hands. The coordinates of these points are stored as vectors. Based on the points, our AI model performs analysis. The neural network is written in TensorFlow and uses a classification algorithm.
Recognition and accuracy can be solved by expanding its database. The video recorded by the user is not used to train the neural network and is not stored. To use the app, the user must agree to data processing when registering.
To demonstrate our work, we filmed our actions. We added a video presentation of the project, which you can watch by scanning QR code. We use different tools during our work.
In the future, we want to improve connectability, namely add more languages so that more people can use the app and so that people can learn different sign languages, add more gestures and lessons to improve the learning experience and also to improve the neural network, increase the accuracy of gesture recognition and add voiceover during translation.
The team of PL of KPI Igor Sikorsky was with you. Let's break down the barriers.
Amazing. Thank you so much, team. I unfortunately am unable to spotlight you all. So what I'll do is as each of you talks, I'll add the spotlight to you. So without further ado, judges, any questions?
What can you ask? It's an amazing job. I mean, the idea is very, it's simple, but it's so why nobody thought about this before in this way. So it's and also technically, I think you've done very good job in basically using everything was under the sun there to help you to do this, which was very proficiently. So I have no questions.
Me neither. A really good job. And maybe you should catch up with the team September G. You know, on their idea too. There's probably a nice collaboration that could come out of this.
Any other comments or questions from the judges?
I think it's a well put together project, so well done to everybody. I felt a little bit lost whether the interface of the app is supposed to be an aid of communication or a platform to help people learn the sign language. So can you elaborate a little bit more in terms of what, I know that you can achieve both, but what is the prevalent use of the solution?
So first of all, good evening, and thank you for all of your words. Our aim was to create an application which will help people with hearing impairments. So not to solve like only one problem that they encounter during their lives, but several problems. So they have that platform which always supports them. So the interface is divided into two parts. So the user in the one of the first screens can choose what they really want to do now. If they want to translate something, or if it's like a child or a person, they can choose to learn something. So it depends on the need, exactly.
Thank you. Very clear.
Any other comments or questions from the judges?
I think the creativity is absolutely amazing and ingenious. So fantastic work there. I love how you've come together to put this and the thought. And I also love the idea of someone who would love to learn the sign language, being able to benefit as much as someone else who also on the other side who will be on the receiving end. So that's really, really great. I just see the social impact as well, because that brings the whole sign language to the community and makes it less of it only belongs to a certain category of people. So we can all help each other more. So well done.
Thank you so much.
Well done, team. I think maybe just to allow your team an opportunity to talk, if you could maybe just share your experience of building the project on the weekend. What was your experience like? Where did the idea come from? Just tell us your story.
So hello. Especially for me, it was a really wonderful experience to work in team and to learn something new from my teammates. And also it's really important to help people and to make the product that can have a really important social impact. So it was a really good experience.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Great. So now we are heading towards our last project of the Global Demo Day finals. I am now going to hand over to our next team, which will be Team Bump, all the way from Newcastle, United Kingdom. Team Bump, as we can see, are on the screen waving at us, and let's get going with Team Bump's presentation.
2 minutes, a woman dies from preventable causes from reasons related to childbirth and pregnancy. Every year, that's 300,000 women dying. That's 2.4 million babies dying. From these shocking statistics, Bump was born.
All across the world, women face isolation, insecurities, and inadequate access to healthcare, which manifests in high mortality rates in pregnant women, which could be avoidable if they had better information and resources to help.
Here is the persona of a young girl. She's 17 years old and pregnant, which makes her really vulnerable, and she's been isolated, which makes her confused. We also aim to do a bit more research and collaborative ideas on how we can help other young women who are vulnerable.
Our solution aims to provide an app paired with a wearable device that can track the vitals of pregnant women, and from this produce a risk level at the click of a button. As well as this, we aim to provide a safe space for pregnant women to connect and ask questions, as well as allowing them to access knowledge such as tailored dietary advice.
Guides will send the vitals over the internet to a secure database. From here, our classifier, which is our machine learning model, which is trained on a random forest algorithm, and then output a risk level, low, mid, or high. This is then fed back to our database and to our output.
The data set that we're using to train this prediction model, where it contains vital information from a lot of pregnant women in Bangladesh. And this is the demo program that would be used to predict the risk level based on the inputs from the device, which are validated by checking if they're in a certain range to ensure an accurate result.
Here's our prototype that we created on Figma. It provides a sign-up and login page, which will then take you to 3 different sections of the app, which is external health, vitals, and forums. External health will help with your diet and exercises to help with pregnancy. Vitals will tell you the vitals and how much at risk you are. And forums helps you to communicate with other pregnant women that have the same problems as you.
This clip shows a partially made prototype for the website, which is constructed in Unity using C#.
So we are aware that currently there are some support tools for pregnant women, but we believe that we provide an entirely different perspective on this with our personal device to monitor the most vital aspects of the woman's health, providing a much more personal journey beyond text entry. Beginning our journey, we aim to provide some software that could coincide with previously developed health monitors such as Fitbit, but to maximise correct diagnosis, we'd need to monitor vitals that these currently don't provide. And due to the expensive nature of creating this, we'd love to collaborate with charities.
So currently our model's only 82% accurate. So obviously we want to expand this database because we want to limit the misdiagnosing, because that can cause a lot of unnecessary stress on the women. We will keep the user informed of how we're going to use their data, and we won't monetize any of the data, and only site managers will have access to the data. And since our data set only contains information about women from Bangladesh, we'll make sure that we can diversify this data so every young mother and any mothers can feel like they're supported. And we also aim to add additional support for Black women, as they're 3.7 times more likely to die during childbirth and pregnancy. Thank you for listening, and thank you to all of our mentors and for this amazing opportunity.
Incredible. Well done, team. I am going to hand over to the judges.
I have a question on the device. So basically, what you develop is whatever the sensor is going to send to me, I'm going to put it on the cloud and basically create a model that is then creating a risk score. But have you had any thoughts about not only the cost of the sensor itself, but the fact that maybe in some cases, the sensor has to be monitoring continuously this person. So there's a usual how long the battery is going to last. So have you asked yourself some of these practical problems to have this solution adopted as much as possible, even by very poor people? So.
Okay. Yeah, so the aim of our device is for it to have a button, so it's not monitoring consistently, as we know that like the values of what we're monitoring, like heart rate and temperature, might drop, and we don't want that to like interfere. And the accessibility part, I think we aim to collaborate with organizations worldwide, like the NHS or any charities such as like UNICEF or anything that can help distribute it and make it more affordable. And we're aware that like not many people, like a lot of our target audience, they don't have access to internet, as 94% of women who die during pregnancy are from low income settings. So I mean, it's a bit of a moonshot, but we hope to integrate with SpaceX Starlink
or like things similar,
or like anything similar, as their new direct-to-cell satellites, would offer exactly the low-cost data network to access for standard phones. And we are aware that it's very ambitious, but we believe that being able to like have some global help, we'll be able to get some like distributed to everyone.
Okay, then the good news, just to say, don't worry, because the good news is that some of those emerging countries, they basically skipped a generation from a let's say network and mobile connection point of view. They went straight into very cellular, very extended cellular coverage. So that's less of an issue these days, but definitely, yeah, you're thinking the right things. Thanks.
Thank you.
I was also going to go and ask about the device route, so because I think that measuring the vital is absolutely key. So I imagine getting the cost and accessibility down is one part of the equation, but the other part would be creating an open API, right? To be able to link to all the devices that are already out there. So have you considered that as part of the concept?
So initially we did think of integrating like with Fitbit and things, and because they obviously monitor vitals, but our model, or the model that we're currently developing, would have to monitor vitals that they don't currently provide, such as like blood pressure. But we've seen it is possible in other kind of devices, such as the Samsung Galaxy Watch Pro 5. But so yeah, this is definitely something that we're looking to maybe do to
Very
use.
cool.
Yeah.
Very good. Awesome. And who's your favourite Newcastle United football player?
Yeah, that one.
Alan Shearer?
No. It's got to be Harvey Barnes, right? I'm a Leicester City season ticket holder, so it has to be Harvey Barnes. Anyway, thanks.
First of all, this is amazing. Thank you so much for thinking about the state of health across the world, especially for women in less privileged countries as well as over here in the UK. My question is, when do you start engaging with a person who is in that situation? Maybe you mentioned it in the presentation, but I just want to understand, when do you start engaging with a typical person in your profile?
Yeah, so we've actually we believe that it's really expandable, and that we've created like forums for first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, and after birth. We'll plan to have some support if you're like planning to conceive, and we'll have some support for after pregnancy as well, or if anything bad's happened, like to have some support. And as well, we're aiming to have like doctors on the forums, so that if they're not able to get to a hospital like that's close to them, that they can just send a message to check that everything's all right.
And have like professional,
I just have a more practical question. Forgive me if the presentation went a little bit fast in a few areas, but you mentioned about 82% accuracy, if I'm not mistaken, and the data sets that you got. What's the actual plan to get that improved? Like, what's the evolution, next steps that you'd like to take, and do you intend to decide on profiles as well of based on conditions and regions, and I don't know how much of a hot climate it may be in different parts of the world, those kind of things?
Yeah, so I think we definitely need to do some collection of data and like region specific predictions. But there's lots of data sets that we could use to expand this, such as like the NHS has quite a few private data sets that we could get access to. But yeah, region specific is definitely something that we're looking to do, so we don't like misdiagnose based on like different regions, like climate, like you said. We did consider this.
I think it's definitely something where we'd have to look to partner with companies to access their data sets, as it's just something we couldn't access at this point.
Or do our own collection.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, very clear, and well done. Very, very interesting problem to solve. So well done for thinking it through.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, amazing. Unless there are some other judges' comments or questions, I think we have actually concluded all of our presentations. And usually this is the time when I take the judges away if I were present in the room and this was a live sort of in-person event. But I know Jess has got a virtual room set up just for the judges. So we're going to take the judges away to deliberate and decide on the winners and runners-up. So, so Jess, whenever you're ready. Amazing. I think you should all get a notification and do join the room, and let's have a chat. So we'll see you back very soon.
Perfect. All teams will stay in this room, and Sika will be running just a fun activity with you all. But in the meantime, take 5 minutes, go get some water, go get some tea, and we'll see you shortly.
All right. As Jess has mentioned, I do have a lovely quiz prepared with some IWD questions. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen. One moment. Okay, and I'm looking forward to seeing some answers in the chat. I'm looking forward to seeing hands raised if you have any questions or you'd like to answer your question live, sorry. So let's get into it. So for this year's IWD, the theme was Inspire Inclusion. What does this theme aim to promote? And just so you know, I'm going to give you 1 minute to answer each question. So think about it, type in the chat, and then I'll read some of the answers out loud. So what does this theme aim to promote? Oh, sorry, my video is not on. There you go. It's a bit dark here. Oh, wow. PL of KPI, loving the flag. Very nice. Oh, that is so cool. Very, very cool. Let's see. Are there any questions, being answered in the chat? All right, maybe what I can also do is give some pointers. All right, so is the theme for IWD aim to shine a light or promote gender equality and women's rights, inclusive workspaces, communities, and societies, or environmental sustainability, or lastly, access to clean water and sanitation? All right, so we do have an answer in the chat. Yes. Thank you, Patrice. Amazing. The theme aims to promote inclusivity amongst all. Right? And Patrice is from Eclectic Love, all the way from Ghana. Got a really, really diverse set of participants, local ambassadors, mentors. It's lovely to see you all on the call. All right. And then our next question. Which sustainable development goal touches on mental health? And I think this is more in line with the SDGs that we used during the IWD campaign. So let me just quickly refresh everyone's memory. We had SDG 3, good health and well-being. We had SDG 4, quality education. And we had SDG 5, gender equality. So, which sustainable goal touches on mental health? I see Patrice has answered already. Okay, Alexandra, SDG 3. Okay, the answers are coming in. All right, I'm going to wait for one other person to answer before I reveal what the answer is. Oh, wow. They all came through. Yes, that is correct. SDG 3, good health and well-being, touches on mental health. Well done, everyone. All righty. I hope I'm not going too quickly. Which of the following, oh no, okay, so I did give you this one. All right, let's go to the next one. What is the main objective of Teens in AI's IWD 2024 Global Techathon Demo Day? So why do we have the Demo Day? And I'm curious and excited to see different answers for this one. Give you all a little bit of time to think about it. So what is the main objective of Teens in AI's IWD Global Techathon Demo Day? Okay, so Alex from Thailand says to promote inspiration for teens, especially girls, for tech and AI. Okay, let's hear another one. Help people using AI technologies, okay, to inspire collaboration amongst teens and solve important problems. Very, very nice. I just want one more. The main objective of the demo day is to bring all participants and allies to share their ideas and allow their voices to be heard, which is based on the main theme of inspire inclusion. That is correct. And I just want to say all of those answers were correct. And on that note, I'm actually going to ask everyone or anyone on the call who's feeling confident enough just to raise their hand and actually share with us, especially if it was your first time joining our IWD campaign. Share with us and tell us a little bit more about your first IWD experience. How was it? What did you learn? What are you looking forward to the next IWD? So you can raise your hand and I will unmute you so that you can tell us how your experience of IWD was. And that includes the LAs on the call as well. You're welcome to raise your hand. All right, so Aisha.
So to be honest, this is our first experiment of participating in a challenge from Teens in AI. And from the face of my team, I would like to say that it is an excellent experience for us because it is our first time, and to be honest, we were a little bit nervous about it, but nevertheless, we just stay confident about our presentation. And I think that it's also cool that you bring up all the teenagers from the different countries and just simply motivate them to have a participants in such projects connected with AI, simply with coding, for example, or just building some applications, some devices and other projects. And we are really thankful for participating. And I hope that everyone is also, everyone will agree with us.
Absolutely. And you've said it all, Aisha. Thank you so much. It was really, really lovely to hear that. I'm sure we're going to use that as your testimonial. Thank you so much, Aisha. Lovely, lovely answer. And then we also have Ashley, who is the local ambassador from Thailand. I did note, Alexandra, you raised your hand, so I will come back to you. Let me just quickly unmute Ashley. All right, there we go. Okay. There you go.
Anatika, thank you so much.
Hey.
Hi. We just wanted to say, as our first time doing the Teens in AI Techathon in Thailand, the students had an amazing time. And I think the best thing we got out of it really was the interaction we had with our mentors. The kids were really excited to learn from experts in the fields of AI and technology, and they've created some great connections, and more things have come from it, from just being able to meet them and associate with them. So they've learned a lot and they're really excited to join again next year. So we want to thank you guys so much.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Ashley. Yes, so the kids aren't just coming to join IWD to learn new skills, but they also get to network with peers across the world, mentors across the globe. It's a really, really amazing opportunity for LAs, mentors, and participants alike. Thank you so much, Ashley. All right. And then, Alexandra, I'm coming to you now. I hope you're ready. Let me just quickly pin you.
Yes, I am ready indeed. So it was an unforgettable experience, to be honest. The most incredible thing was the teamwork, actually. So we had to cooperate and find those solutions to problems together, and that led us to the best ones. So I really like that. And our team gained a lot of skills in using and writing some neural networks, implementing our ideas into reality. And this encouraged us to develop our project further. Thank you.
Absolutely. And would you say that the program has perhaps also encouraged you to want to take up a career in tech and AI in the future?
Yes, exactly. We are in IT class here in Ukraine. So we had some IT background. However, this Techathon helped us to realize that is really our thing and we want to pursue career in this. So we will go on with IT.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Alexandra. That was a beautiful answer. Thank you so much. All right, and just before I return to the quiz, Patrice, would you like to say a few words?
Yes. Is it like for me or should I?
No, thank you so much, Alexandra. I've now moved on to our local ambassador from Ghana. I also want to hear her experience. Thank you, Alexandra. Patrice, are you able to unmute yourself?
Yes. Okay. Yes, I'm unmuted. Okay. So this experience was like, I don't even know the word to explain it. It was like a feeling of ecstasy because I was able to see my kids from so many different backgrounds come together. Some that, they don't have the opportunity of speaking out in public. They don't even have the opportunity of their voice even being heard in the house. They was able to actually share and then to even see how, let's say, how interested in tech, especially that the girls were even afterwards. So after we did the pitch day, they was coming, some that were not, our students on a regular basis, they was coming every single day, like, what is it that we can do? Is there something else that we can learn? Is there something that we can? And so what we actually did because of this, so we started a tech program. And in the yes, we started, so every single month it will run. So this month, actually, you've inspired us a lot, like so much. So this month we offered the students some basic in some areas like AI ethics, software development, then graphic design, and then photography. So with that, just as we had to do pitching, they themselves had to, this week is actually National Climate Week here in Ghana. So they had to, last week they had their training, and then this week on Monday, they did their pitching. And if you see the confidence, those that participated in our Teens in AI, if you see the confidence that they had whenever they was discussing, and then to hear the judges, they was like, well, one of the little kids that we have, she's only 10. And she too, she was like, she flowed so beautifully. And they was just like, oh, it's coming from students of this age and from the, I was like, we don't allow our backgrounds or our barriers to hold us against, what it is that we want to learn and achieve. So because thanks to you, thanks to Teens in AI, every single month we're making sure that we do something in the tech space. So then that way they continue to grow and continue to develop, and they won't be left behind. And the next time when we come, then then we'll have a little bit more experience. And I'm very, very grateful to Teens in AI. Thank you very much.
Wow, Patrice, I'm at a loss of words. That was amazing. And I'm so happy that Teens in AI could do that for your community, your little ones. Thank you for being an ambassador of Teens in AI.
Thank you.
All right. And wow, that was that was amazing. Okay. And just before I go back to our quiz, I think in light of that, I think we should share more experiences relating to IWD. I'm also going to ask Sheila. Sheila was a participant in our incubators, accelerators, and then she became a local ambassador herself. So Sheila, I'm sorry to put you on the spot. Would you like to share your Teens in AI journey and your experience being a local ambassador for the second time round? How that was? If you're able to mute yourself, please let me know if you can. Go. Oh, Sheila, can you hear me? Okay, all right, let me move on. That's fine. And then perhaps let me also ask Katernya, because it is also your first time organizing this year. How was your experience as a local ambassador?
Yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity to tell you about my experience. And I think it was really amazing. And oh, yeah, nice. My camera now is on it and it's fine. Yeah, I think we had really great. Nice. Hi, guys. Yeah, I'm so proud of our team. They're such a great team and they did so big job together. And I'm really happy that they had this opportunity. And I'm also grateful to other members of our team. I think Sophia and Diana are also with us today. We were really like one big team and we are very grateful for this opportunity to you. And thank you for organizing, and we are really waiting for the results. And we are happy for all the teams who also participated. So yeah, good luck to everybody and thank you again.
Thank you, Katernya, and I hope that you will also be joining as an ambassador for IWD 2025. Absolutely. All right, so let's go back to our quiz. I'm sure the judges are going to be coming back soon. So this is an open-ended question, so I'm looking forward to hearing different answers. Which of the following is a key aspect of promoting inclusion in the tech industry? So you can raise your hand or you can type. Oh, sorry. It says which of the following. I'm so sorry. I have to read the follow-up. I'm blind. Okay. So let me read that. So which of the following is a key aspect? Okay, give me 1 second to go down. All right. So we have providing equal opportunities regardless of gender or ethnicity. We have excluding women from leadership positions. We have hiring only individuals from similar cultural backgrounds. And lastly, limiting access to educational resources. So I'm going to read that again, just to refresh. So which of the following is a key aspect of promoting inclusion in the tech industry? We have providing equal opportunities regardless of gender or ethnicity, excluding women from leadership positions, hiring only individuals from similar cultural backgrounds, and lastly, limiting access to educational resources. So, and just to give you a clue, only one of those is correct. Yes. Yes, that is correct. Thank you, everyone from High Technology Army. All right. So give me 1 second. I just want to quickly see. I think we're going to be starting again soon. All right. So just for everyone on the live stream, by the way, the answer was A, which is providing equal opportunity regardless of gender or ethnicity. All right. So I'm just going to quickly go find out how we're doing. So I have to stop sharing. I'm going to put a little bit of music on before we start the session again. So please stay tuned. We will be announcing the winner soon.
Oh, amazing. Everyone is listening to music. Okay, so we're back. We're back. All right, I think all the judges are back. So welcome back to all the judges and everyone. You must be all nervous and wondering what's been happening. So as you can imagine, it's always quite a bit of debating because we always make it very difficult for the judges to choose. And of course, as you can tell, all projects are incredible. And of course, every single one of you is the winner to me and to every one of us at Teens in AI. But nonetheless, we have 3 great opportunities, prizes for 3 teams. And before we announce the winning team for IWG 2024, we would like to invite every judge to just say something, just some of the impressions of this demo day and any perhaps advice that you could offer to the teams just overall. So I'm going to start maybe with Magda.
I've had the most amazing afternoon today, just listening to everything that you've done and learning that you actually used just 2 days to do it. It's really humbling. You're way ahead of your peers, trust me, and it's amazing. I couldn't be more proud. Your creativity, your approach to addressing issues that we all see around us, and even those that we don't see, but you've been able to pick them up. And I love the way that you're seeing AI as an accelerator. So fantastic job. And I love how you've taken hold of these tools and making it work for you, because that's what it's meant to do. So amazing work, amazing like products that you've got, and can't wait to hear about the winners.
Amazing. Just saying, we've lost the judges. Yes, we've spent some time deliberating and deciding. Irene, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I hope the noise canceling earbuds work. To all of you, I really love the way you've thought global, you've thought impact, you've thought social, and you've thought people. Please keep it up. I mean, all your ideas are amazing. Thank you.
Fantastic. And Karl?
Yeah, sorry, I got stuck in the judges' room. I think 3 of us did. We couldn't escape. We're back here now. So, but no, echo. I think what just been said. You know, amazing ideas, all coming from a great cause. And yeah, I just want to say that the deliberation we've just had has been so close. The judging and the points were you know, it's 1 or 2 points in it, and it's an amazing set of outcomes, which hopefully, you know, will come to something in the future. So well done to everybody.
Amazing. And Gustavo?
I just wanted to say that it's, as Magda have said, like has said, it's deeply inspiring, I think, and humbling to see the quality of what's been delivered, the ambition in some of the projects. I mean, to solve real life problems and problems that society has, and you cannot undermine like the importance of having people thinking about those problems and coming up with solutions. So the level of problem solving as well was kind of really outstanding, and execution. I mean, the efforts, the energy, and the ability to get so much done in just 2 days completely blew my mind away in terms of how much like just the next generation is able to do with technology. So super inspired by it. Keep up. You should all feel proud of what you created. It was certainly very inspiring to me, so I'm pretty sure that others will feel the same way. That's it. Keep up.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Gustavo. And Roberto?
Hi, and yeah, very, as echoing what Gustavo was saying, inspiring, and also today you are confirming what is my profound belief, that data, because I'm passionate about data, and of course AI, is probably coming at the right moment, because it's possibly the solution to the paradox we have, which is we want to have prosperity and growth for everyone, but we want that at a sustainable cost, and especially looking at what the power of this, the enormous power of data can do in the social aspect of everything we do. So you're confirming that, you are reinforcing my faith in the fact that we, with you as a new generation, possibly we're going to fix a few of the things we've been laying around for a while. I don't want to sound too emphatic, but I was really inspired in all what you've done in 2.5 days. So congratulations.
Amazing. Well, without further ado, we're going to go with the announcement of the teams. Well, and before we announce, we're actually going to keep you waiting because we have another award to announce, and I'm going to invite my colleague Natsika, who is the closest one to all of the ambassadors. I think this would be the best person to announce the community awards. Natsika, can I bring you back in?
You can. Thank you so much, Elena. And before I announce the community award winner, I just want to say, being on the ground, talking to the LAs every week, seeing how your planning's been going. I know you all took a lot of time and dedication to be the ambassadors in your communities. So thank you all for taking the time to inspire your communities and have these techathons. So without further ado, our community award winner, well, first of all, what the community award prize is. So we would like to award the community award winner $500 for them to use in their local community with the kids from their techathons, or in whichever way they think they can use to inspire their local communities. So the winner is...
And what is the criteria, Natsika? What should they have done to win this?
To do this, they needed to, of course, plan their techathons. They needed to really spread the word on not just what they were hoping to do, but Teens in AI's mission. They needed to be at every briefing session that we hosted, even though there were sometimes at odd hours, because we do have a global community of local ambassadors. They also needed to really show, they really needed to show how excited they were for this process, and also just how much, apologies for that, I'm not sure what that is. Oh my word, apologies.
Yeah. It takes a village to inspire children. So we wanted to see a specific community leader, a local ambassador who would really make it work, because it's not that easy to actually pull it together and bring all of the right stakeholders. So it had to be somebody who is super dedicated to the mission and went out of their way to really make their techathon super successful, which is what we have seen with this particular local ambassador. So Natsika, do you want to reveal who that person is, or that team is?
I shall. All right, so drum roll, claps. The winners of our community award. And just so everyone knows, it is the first time that we're having this award. So well done to our Turkey, Ankara local ambassadors, Ogujan and Yulas. You did an incredible job, and you not only inspired the teens at your techathon, you went above and beyond and had news interviews. You had so many blog posts about your techathon. Thank you so much. Would you like to quickly say a few words?
Putting him on the spot like that, right?
I'm sorry. First of all, I'm so thrilled and happy to getting this award. Since the starting of this journey, we were targeting this prize. This is not the prize basically for me. This is the actually, how can I say? This is a really big picture of what we will do in this whole journey. I'm so proud to taking this award. Thank you all the Teens in AI staffs and who helped so much for us in this so long process. Thank you all.
Amazing. Well done, team. What a great effort. And we watched you in the background, and Natsika had the pleasure of working with you directly. So it's an incredible effort. And I know how hard it is. All right. So now, without further ado, Roberto, would you like to introduce the third place winner and keep it in suspense for as long as you can? Let's see if we can guess who that team is.
Okay. So it's my honor to announce the third place in this fantastic competition, and the third place goes to the project named Demeo from September G, and congratulations, and definitely you impressed the judges with the practicality, the viability, and what you're going to win is a one-page Teens AI and AI course, an invitation to attend the AI for Good incubators, and also you have an opportunity to have not only Elena or one of the other guys from Teens AI, but I actually volunteered to be myself available for you for an hour mentorship opportunity. And not the most valuable part of the prize, but something I hope you appreciate.
It's incredibly valuable, Roberto. So I think it's an amazing prize, and Roberto is dedicated, and he absolutely loved your project, September G. So he loved it so much that he wants to help you with an extra hour of mentoring, and we can perhaps take this to the next level. We'll see how it goes. But congratulations, team. Well done, Roberto. Thank you so much. Amazing. And the second the second place will be introduced by Magda.
Oh, I've thoroughly enjoyed this session once again, and I would say everyone is a winner, just so you know. And so this is not by any means an impression against anyone, but this group went all out when it comes to thinking widely, thinking global, thinking impact to a gender that has for many years been the giver and yet not receiving as much. So to think about a woman who is going to have kids and might not have the right support, but you're there to give them that support. This is impressive. I love it. I love it so much. I love the innovation. I love the creativity. I love the opportunity to give back to community. Ethical consideration, and of course there's more support available. So I couldn't be more excited to be announcing the second place award, which obviously goes to Bump. So Bump, well done, amazing work, super proud of you.
It's so difficult to know how kids react, right? Because we have a Zoom call, but I think we heard something, so I think they're excited.
I wish I was in Newcastle. I would have given you a real hug. But hopefully that will be my next trip from Essex, where I currently sit. But yes, winners, your award is a Raspberry Pi kit for all team members. You also get a 50% discount on image pathway courses. You should take advantage of that. One course per team member. And then you also have invitation to attend the AI for Good incubator, and details be confirmed. Well done. I'm extremely proud of you. Really, really well done.
Can I be a little bit bold on this second place? Because I am currently sitting in a meeting room in Newcastle. Sage has a big presence in the north of England, and we have a very kind of advanced AI team as well. So I'd like to invite the team, if they want to take up my offer for a meeting with the AI folks from Sage. Of course, I haven't told them yet that they are supposed to attend the meeting, but I'm pretty sure that they won't oppose to it, and just spend like a couple of hours just debating, asking questions about anything you'd like to some of the top specialists in this domain.
That would be amazing, Gustavo. Thank you so much. This is another additional live prize, team. I think that would be super, and we'll be posting those Raspberry Pis. So Gustavo, you might even be able to give those prizes to the team in person when you meet them. That's amazing, fantastic. Congratulations, team. What a fantastic opportunity. And the winners, of course, are going to be introduced again, announced by Gustavo. Gustavo, if you're ready, unmute yourself.
I don't think I'll ever be ready after have seen like so many like really amazing presentations. I feel that if I announce a single winner, I'm just gonna let everybody else down. And they all have such amazing ideas that it's like it's a really hard thing, I think, for us collectively to judge and to reach a conclusion. I mean, the level of debates, there were like winners in every domain that we were judging almost. And it's like, we look at social impact, you look at all the execution that took place and the ideas, the problem solving skills. I mean, honestly, it's probably a very difficult thing to come up with a single winner, but I think we had to do it, didn't we? So it's unfortunately it goes that way. So I just wanted to say that the level of rigor and thought and creativity and innovation that I have seen from all the teams is outstanding. There was one particular team that I think impressed many of the judges with their ability to just like execute like a really well thought through like solution for a real world problem at like in a cost effective way. So essentially hitting like many of the things that we would be looking to see in a solution. So almost like as mature solutions as many of the grown-ups would come up with who are professionals in this field. And I think there was even a joke around like, I think as we see the professionals behaving like in the work environments, you probably don't see them operating in at such a speeds that we have seen in this program. I know everybody's super anxious to see who the winner is. The teams will be, should we talk about the prize? The teams will be earning like tablets for all the team members. There are 2 courses for, and I think that there was a different name that I took note, but for image processing or signal processing, there are pathway courses provided by Teams in AI. And also an invitation to attend the summer incubator, the AI for Good incubator. So I think those are all amazing prizes. I will extend a similar opportunity to the winners to talk to Sage colleagues who work in AI. But unfortunately, this time round, it won't, I don't know if it will be possible to be in person. So without further ado, well done to the Polytechnic Lyceum winning this competition. It was amazing to see the quality of what you put together, and I couldn't be more pleased to see like such a solution hitting the markets in the future. I mean, I would feel really inspired by it myself. So well done to the winning team, and congratulations.
Amazing. Can you hear the rest? Okay. All right, I think the team is very excited. Congratulations. That's amazing. So Stefano, you can actually, Gustavo, organize a Zoom sort of session if you are able to become available, and your team in Newcastle, or I know you have an amazing team in San Francisco as well for in machine learning and AI. So we could definitely, if you are still open to offering this as an additional prize, we can create a Zoom call and the team from Ukraine can join for a further mentoring session with yourself and your team. But that shouldn't be hard to organize. All right, well, without further ado, I think we still do have a closing keynote by Karl Havard here. And we're really looking forward to listening to the keynote. This is the closing keynote. And afterwards, we're going to wrap up and send you all. I know it's quite late for some of you, so I know some of you should already be heading to bed. So hopefully it's not too much for you to just bear with us and stay with us for the next few minutes. But I can see a lot of excitement in Ukraine and in Newcastle and other teams as well. To me, you all are winners. So no matter what the results have shown, I can tell you the margins were very small and it was super, super difficult. So everyone has done incredibly well. Karl, I think we're ready for you. It's over to you.
Thanks, Elena. I'm not going to take up too much time because I know everybody wants to celebrate and to echo Magda's comments that everybody to get this far has won. And but I just want to sort of, I was asked to do this and honoured to do so, is spend just a few minutes talking about three things. I wanted to talk about three qualities which I think we've seen in abundance presented by your teams this afternoon, and that is belief, the ability to be brave, and also be a force for good. And what do I mean by those three things? Well, if we talk about belief first, I don't think, and you can tell by my grey beard, I'm not a teenager. I used to be one, but that was a long time ago. And I think this time that we're in now with the onset of generative AI and the release of ChatGPT, which we're nearly 2 years old now, and everything that's followed suit, I don't think there's ever been such an exciting time in the industry. And I can remember pre-internet, so and also pre-mobile, and I would put this time to be on a par with that. And what that means is nobody has the answers. So you may talk to enterprise businesses, you may talk to all sorts of different senior individuals in organizations, thinking that they know what's going to be around the corner with how this technology is emerging. The reality is, despite what they say, they don't. And therefore, this is it's pleasing to see that the future of our planet, if you're a reflection of what's being out there, and I see my daughters too, I think we're in safe hands. And I think you as a group, as a generation, have clearly demonstrated to us, and also hopefully other people watching, the power that you have, and if you can retain that belief as you move into the professional world, you won't go far wrong. And the second thing was also about being brave. And one of the most common words that's used in industry is no. You'll come with an idea, and I'm ex-Amazon, I'm ex-Google, and Amazon have a philosophy of you write a narrative, and you write a press release from the future, and then you revert it back to what you need to do today in order to get to that future state. I think that's their convoluted way of saying no. but the idea is the good ideas ultimately bubble to the top. So if you've got that belief with the ability to also be brave and push your ideas forward, but also be brave enough to acknowledge when sometimes they need refining, because clearly all your ideas are great. There's a lot of potential there. You've only had 2 days to put these things together. And I'd encourage you to have hackathons inside businesses, because you'll be next to professionals who've been in the industry a long time, and you'll knock spots off them. But I would encourage you to be brave enough to actually accept when some things do need refining, and your ideas can be reshaped and improved. So be accepting of ideas around you. But don't fall at the first hurdle. Always keep that level of tenacity moving forward. And the final B was be a force for good. And all your ideas and all the ideas leading up to the final have actually demonstrated that. And a force for good is something which this world now needs. There are organizations coming from different backgrounds who are getting hold of this generative AI technology and not using it for the right purposes at all. And, I hope, when the EU AI Act gets ratified properly, when the world takes notice of what the potential that AI can do in the wrong hands, I hope we're able to prevent, the Terminator scenario that could be just around the corner. So always be a force for good. Always think about the ethics. Apply your great skills and expertise and the technology at your fingertips in the right way, and then you won't go far wrong at all. And I'd also encourage you to seek out the Inception program at NVIDIA. So for those of you who understand the world of the GPU and and generative AI, you'll know that NVIDIA is at the forefront of that. I think they're the dominant player in producing the hardware. Now, they have a thing called the Inception Program. It's open to startups to take part in, but what they do is they judge ideas, and you can join this Inception Program, take advantage of some of their training, you can get access to some of their technology, and I can actually put Elena in contact with the person that runs that, and maybe share that contact with you after this session. But fantastic job to everybody. It's given me great hope for the future personally. I think it's given all the judges great hope as well. So with that belief, the ability to be brave and also be a force for good, I think you're set for great things in the future. But thanks for entering, thanks for taking part, and I hope all your ideas get to see some form of reality in the future. So thank you.
Definitely. I think I suggested it already that every single idea that is in the finalist today really deserves to be out there and make the difference that they want to make. So we're hoping at some point we will create the accelerator to actually incubate those ideas, a further program, because I definitely would love to see all of your ideas out on the market, making the impact that they are intending to. So, well, this is a wrap up. Really, this is the finale, the end of the program that started back in September, October, with a really sort of active outreach. We're desperately trying to reach all parts of the world for all young people to have the opportunity to participate. And of course, we've had so many companies joining us to support, either to inspire or run boot camps, host these programs. You know, so many companies joined as mentors. We've had some of the best judges that I've ever seen in any of the previous programs, as well as the demo day judges. So I'm just grateful that you've all committed time. And of course, we're very grateful to Sage, our platinum partner, who made it happen, because without a real partner like that, it's impossible to run these programs and scale these programs to as many countries as we want. I think our latest data has had more than 70 countries around the world that we've had kids participate in our programs. So we're incredibly proud. And even in this program, we've hit our target of 55% were female participants. So I'm super happy and proud that we're hitting the kind of targets that the industry is not able to hit yet. But with more and more of these programs, hopefully the girls that are participating will joining the industry, and we will create the balance that we want to see us collectively. And of course, today it's International Girls in ICT. It's a very, very important and big day in the calendars of all corporate companies. So it's amazing that you've all joined us to celebrate this day today with us. So on this note, I'm going to say goodbye to all of you. Do please follow us on all of the social media channels and rejoin us as ambassadors, because there is more work to do. And we will be running this campaign once again. So keep an eye on your emails. If you know of someone who would be the best candidate or the right candidate to run a program locally in any part of the world, please do share this opportunity with them. Other than that, stay in touch with us, because we're running our action forum related to AI and art. We will be running our incubator in the summer. And of course, today we've also launched our AI Adventures platform. So you can actually go online, learn. There are free premium courses available. So please do carry on learning. For all the teams today, the winners, you all are winners to me, as I mentioned. So we hope to see you continuously building projects. So do not give up, do not stop. We really don't want you to think of this opportunity as a sport. We actually want to see these projects out and being used by people. So, and we've had a lot of successes. We even have angel investors who are young people who are now in their 20s, but are already investing in other projects. We've got researchers who are doing some amazing research in fertility and AI, in cancer and AI. They've all started like you in a hackathon or a techathon, and they're now in some of the best universities doing the most incredible work. So please do carry on and stay in touch with us to tell us about your journeys. And I really hope to see you inspire the next generation of teenagers as well, particularly those of you who are 16, 17, you'll be going to uni. very soon, please make sure you stay in touch with your communities. Come back and tell your story so that they get inspired and they also do what you have been doing just over the last, a few weeks. So thank you so much to everyone who tuned in, and I wish you good luck, and I will be staying in touch with many of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Before everyone leaves, just quickly, as a part of International Women's Day, there is always a pose that is associated with International Women's Day, and this year the pose is a heart. So I would really appreciate it if everyone could turn on their cameras if they're comfortable, so that we can get just a group photo of everyone holding up a heart. And Sika, if you wouldn't mind, just stop screen sharing for a few moments as everyone takes their photo. We'll give everyone a chance to turn on their cameras.
Turn on your cameras. Let's have it as a gallery. I think, Natsika, you can create like a gallery so that we can see everyone just like that. Yes. And
amazing.
There you go. That photograph is going to go on social media, right? We have a lot of hearts here. I had no idea this was the special action for this year, which is really, really amazing.
Amazing. Thank you so much,
We
everyone.
want the winning team to stay on the call, right? Just so you can capture and interview them. So team from Ukraine, if you guys just for 10-15 minutes, I know it's probably quite late for you, but if you could stay for a few minutes so that we could ask you a few questions and get that excitement.
And thank you so much to our incredible judging panel for this evening. We have really appreciated your time with us. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Well done,
you,
everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye,
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.